my boyfriend's coming today.
Oh, is he? Oh, awesome. He's going to be here. Yay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You are just in fine form. All right. We're going to get started. Okay. Let me just get this on first. Okay. Blinked. No, don't do that. All right.
Yes.
Not well, it depends on the person, but in comparison to the Saturday class, the block class, no. Okay? No. But it depends on how you're feeling today too. So I say that and you might be like, wait a minute, you know, that is not true. Okay. So today we will kind of explore binds and things like that. As I talked about that little bind, we'll see what you guys experience with that. And yeah, just play. If you get tired at all, take a break, child's pose, shavasana. Okay. We'll play with the breath experience. So just start to notice these little things as you're practicing. Okay. And we are actually going to start with the blanket. So today really is going to be, because the theme class with the block was a theme class with a block. Today I'm going to be teaching something different, but also bringing in some of the postures that we've been working on. And then kind of tapping into, you know, how you would start a class, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to start now. Okay. Hello. Are you shadowing?
Yeah.
Were you supposed to shadow?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, sorry. I was thinking, are they done shadowing? Oh, that's right. Okay, third class. Never mind. All right, welcome. Okay. And Steph is shadowing alongside with you. She's not feeling good, so she's going to hang out there. Okay, so we will start with creating a bolster. So I'm going to have you open your blanket up and then make sure that it's, lengthwise like this. Okay, and we'll use the Mexican blankets, right? So you're going to open it up again, Ampera, and then fold it, that way. There you go. That creates a nice thick, and then you can flip it out in front. I like to do a little semi-fold, and then just kind of we're not making sushi, so a light roll. All right. Once you have that, you'll place it, lengthwise on your mat. You can bring your pillow towards the back, and everyone will have, you'll figure out what feels good to you. You have the option as well to kind of place the block underneath your pillow. It'll depend on the height at the end, and you can readjust, so take your time when you're getting into it. And then sit, on your mat. Make sure that your kind of low back sacrum area is at the edge, then lie down. Okay, readjust however you need to. Those that are longer in the torso, you might like the block underneath your head. Okay, so if that's the case, just get back up, place the block. I'm going to have you turn the opposite way, Lucy, so that we're all facing the same way, because we'll be doing stuff when we're on our backs. There we go. Okay, and then once you've figured out kind of your own sweet spot, settle in. All right. Good. You can shift around. You move the arms out to the side, maybe bend the elbows. I always explore and kind of play and see where my body settles. Okay. And then for your legs, you can extend them straight out in front. Right. Or you have the option to bend the knees, let the soles of the feet rest, take the feet wider and let the knees fall in, or do the opposite, come into like a wide Baddha Konasana, so that it's not so kind of picky on the inner groin, and then settle. And begin to send your focus and all of your awareness to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And begin to invite depth, length, and quality to the breath. So slowing it down. It's okay? Oh, okay. Take a moment to, as well, check in with your physical body. Just notice any sensations, how you're feeling. And then check in with your mental body, so thoughts. Any thoughts floating in and out. And then check in with your emotional body. How you're feeling this morning. And then maybe set your intention for your movement. Let's stay here for 5 more rounds of breath. And as you start to settle into that last round of breath, begin to invite movement into the body. If knees are bent, you can start to maybe sway them side to side. Start to move the fingers, the toes. Maybe take a little stretch behind you with the arms. And then finding a sense of ease in your movement, roll to one side and then just move your props to the side and come back onto your back. When you come back onto your back, take a moment, nice supine stretch, reach the fingers away from the toes. And then begin to draw the knees towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Stay with the knees drawing in. Open the arms out to the side and allow the knees to release to the right, so towards the exit. Let yourself settle here. Start to send your breath into the space that's open to the ceiling. So fill up the left side of your body, left side of your waist, your lung, the rib cage. Use an inhale, bring the knees back to center. Use your exhale to kind of resettle, find your neutral spine, and then move the knees to the opposite side. Okay. Once you settle here, once again, try to send your breath to fill whatever is open to the ceiling above. Use an inhale, draw the knees back to center. And then exhale. exhale, resettle, find your neutral spine. Okay. And then release the feet, the soles of the feet to the mat. Okay. Take the feet about sit bone distance, hip distance apart. Good. Okay. And then begin to snuggle them just a little bit closer to your sit bones. Turn the toes in, heels out. Okay. And then if arms are out to the side, you can go ahead and bring the arms alongside your body. Start to snuggle the shoulders underneath you. And then use an inhale, press into the heels to lift the hips up. And then as you exhale, release the hips back down. And then do that again. Use your inhale to lift. And then an exhale to release. And continue through this movement. All right, imagine this is like a gift of a wave flowing through your body. Okay. And the breath is like the ribbon that is wrapped around the gift. Good. All right. Beautiful. Just gently starting to warm up the spine, warm up the hips. Good. Let's do 2 more times, 2 more flows of your breath. Good. And then once you've completed, release your hips down. Draw the right knee towards your chest. Okay, keep the left foot where it is. Give yourself a little hug, maybe circle out the ankle. So the left foot will stay on the mat. Okay. And then begin to draw the knee towards the outer rib cage on the right side. Good. Okay. Beautiful. Reach with your right hand through the inside of the right knee to hold on to the outside of the right foot. So coming into half happy baby. Once you have that bind, turn the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Okay. And then begin to draw the knee down towards the ground. There you go. Okay. And then you can resist with the bind. There you go. Okay, so as the knee draws down, think of pressing the back of the leg up towards the ceiling. Think of pressing the heel up towards the ceiling. Okay. Start to plug the right shoulder blade down to the ground. Okay, and then notice too if your left hip is lifting away from the mat. I want you to think of drawing that left hip down. Good, beautiful. Okay, one more round of breath here. Okay. And then you can release your bind, give the knee a little hug, circle out the ankle one more time, and then let's switch sides. So place the right foot to the mat, left knee draws in, give the knee a hug, give the ankle a little gift of love, circle it out. Good, okay. And then begin to reach through the inside of the left knee, okay, to hold on to the outside of the left foot. Palm will face okay, towards the outside of the foot. So it'll be open once you have that, sole of the foot to the ceiling. Okay. And then start to draw the knee down towards the ground. Okay, resist by pressing soles of the foot, press the hamstring, back of the leg up towards the ceiling. And then revisit right hip. Okay, draw the right hip down towards the mat. Beautiful. Take an inhale here. And then use your exhale to release the bind, hug the knee to the chest. Do another little circle of the ankle. Good. Okay. And then bring the right knee to meet the left. So both knees hug in. Good. Start to rock and roll yourself forward and back. And take your time with this. Okay. Beautiful. So we rock forward and back, rock forward and back. Imagine that you're massaging your spine with each time you come up and each time you go back. Good. Let's do that 3 more times, starting to grow until you come all the way up and you just kind of hover the feet and then you rock back. Good. And then on your last time, come all the way up, okay? And then come into Sukhanasana, nice easy cross. Good. Okay, take a moment. You can sit up on a blanket or a pillow if you like. Okay, move the flesh away from your sit bones. Good. Okay. Once you're here, bring your fingertips to the sides of your hips. Okay. Press into the mat to lift up out of the pelvis, lift the heart. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then use your exhale. Start to walk the hands forward and fold. Okay. You can release the palms down. You can release the forearms down towards the mat. Let the head release. Find some space in the back of the neck. Okay. Good. Beautiful. On your next inhale, lift the gaze, okay? And then begin to walk yourself over to the right. Okay, good. And then release once again. Let the elbows bend and soften. Let the forearms release down towards the ground. Let the head release. Find that space in the back of the neck. Lift your gaze, okay? And then bring your right hand in line with your right hip. And you're going to bring it out maybe the length of your forearm away from the hip. So we're not super, super far out, okay? Good. Once you have that, come onto your fingertips. Start to press the ground away from you and then float left fingertips to the ceiling. Turn the palm to face the exit and then start to reach. Good. Beautiful. Now, as we're reaching, I want you to draw the left hip down, okay? So think of reaching left fingertips away from the left hip. Good. And then try to send your breath into the space that is kind of closed off. Let that space fill and expand with air. Good. Okay. Use the fingertips to the ground to gently press the ground away from you to try to take the left hip down a little bit more. Good. Okay. And then on your next inhale, come back up and then release your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Bring your right fingertips behind your sacrum. Good. Press into the mat to lift and extend the heart up. Find that length. And then draw the elbow and shoulder behind you. Get into a nice little twist here. Let the gaze be soft. Okay. If you've been feeling anything in your neck the past couple days, maybe gaze down the front shoulder. Take one more round of breath here. And then unwind, bring your heart back to center, and then switch across to the legs, okay? Reset whatever you need to reset. Use your fingertips beside you. Press to lift and lengthen through the spine, and then begin to walk the hands forward, come back into your fold. Okay, and then just notice any sensation. And come back to your breath. Find that space in the back of your neck, so let your chin draw towards your chest. Beautiful. Begin to lift the gaze, and then walk the hands over to the left. Okay, once you've gone over there, then once again, bend the elbows, release, and just notice. Lift the gaze, okay, line your left hand up with the left hip, okay, come onto the fingertips, press the ground away from you to float the right hand up, turn it towards the mirror, and then gently reach. You can find a nice soft bend in the left elbow, good, okay. Use the connection of fingertips to the ground to try to press. Okay, slide the ground away from you, good. And then think of reaching right fingertips away from the right hip away from the right fingertips. Breathe into the left side of the body. Okay, on your next inhale, come back up. Okay, and then release right hand to the outside of the left knee, left fingertips behind you. Press into the ground. Okay, once again, find that length in the spine, heart lifts, and then draw the elbow and shoulder behind you. Okay, and then be mindful once again of the gaze, of the neck. Okay, I want you to lead the movement from the left elbow and left shoulder, good, rather than the gaze. And take one more round of breath here. And then release to the front. Come onto your hands and knees. Feel free to pad your knees if you like with your blanket or a pillow, cushion. And then once you're there, okay, bring your hands a little bit in front of your shoulders. Okay, start to activate the hands. Okay, just spread the fingers. Good. Tops of the feet down or toes tucked under, whatever feels good to you. And let's start to flow through some cat-cow. So we'll use the breath. Use your inhale to draw the upper arm bones back. Tilt the chin towards the ceiling. Sit bones, hip bones towards the ceiling, and then reverse that. Use the exhale. Draw the belly in, round the spine, chin to chest, hip bones to ribs, and keep moving through cat and cow with your breath. So inhale, draw the upper arm bones back, throat comes open, and then as we exhale, we press into the mat, we round the spine, draw the hip bones to the ribs. Good. Keep flowing through this. Start to notice those pauses between your inhale and your exhale. I want you to think of halfway through, moving through cat, you're already thinking of setting up for cow. And then the same thing, okay, as you move through cow, all right, you start to think of going into cat. Good. Okay. Keep flowing through this, and you can begin to invite other movement to this little party. Maybe shift through the hips, through the torso. Okay. Just exploring how this feels in the body. Good. Beautiful. Okay. Make sure you're staying with the breath. Okay. Good. Okay. Flow through 2 more rounds of breath here. Once you've completed, come back to neutral. Okay. Tuck the toes under, and then send your hips up and back, downward dog. Okay. Once you're in your downward dog, reset your feet to whatever width feels good to you. You can start to pedal out the heels, bend the knees, maybe shift the hips side to side. Explore some movement here. Okay. And then as you're moving, okay, and noticing, start to settle into the hands. All right, so spread the fingers, start to activate, claw like a little kitty cat at the fingertips, and then start to slide the mat away from you. Good. Draw the upper arm bones down, hug the low ribs towards your midline. Good. Okay. And then bend the knees and lift the heels. Okay. As you do this, okay, so we're not bending all the way down. Start to press your hips up towards the ceiling, but keep the knees bent and the heels lifted, and just kind of feel whatever that wakes up and opens up. Good. Okay. On your next exhale, release that. Let the inner heels settle. Okay. Good. Now, take your feet a little bit wider. Turn the heels out, toes in. Good. And then begin to press from the outer feet down towards the mat. Okay, stay active with the hands, so trying to slide the mat forward, hip bones up towards the ceiling. Think of taking the inner thighs back and just notice, feel, experience. Good. Okay. Lift the heels, bring them back to neutral. All right. And then turn the heels in, toes out. Good. Once you have that, press the inner heels, inner foot down towards the mat. Notice. Okay. Hip bones, sit bones extend and reach up towards the ceiling. Notice your breath. If you've forgotten about your breath, tap back into that space. And then lift the heels, bring the feet back to neutral. Beautiful. Okay. On your next inhale, float the right foot to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Okay. Snuggle the left foot back. Release the knee to the mat. Good. And then lift it up, slide it back, and slide it forward. So we make sure we're on the top of the knee. Good. Once you're here, come on to the fingertips. Squeeze the knees towards one another. Okay. Start to draw the upper arms back. Okay. Belly draws in. And then hover the fingertips. So I want you to think of extending through kind of the crown of the head forward. Okay. Extend the heart forward. So we're just hovering. So we're like, I could slide a piece of paper underneath your fingertips. Good. And breathe here. Good. Okay. And then release the fingertips down to the ground, down to the mat. Start to walk the hands back, send the hips back, and flex the front foot. Front knee can be bent, all right, if that's where it is. Once you're here, keep that flexion, so draw the toes towards you, and try to drag the heel back. Good. Okay, stay here. Okay. Inhale, extend the heart forward, and then as you exhale, bend the elbows and fold, and then do that again. Inhale to extend, find that length. Exhale, bend and fold. Good. One more time, moving on the breath. Use your inhale to find length in the spine, and then exhale, soften. Stay here. 3 breaths here. Okay, keep working the opening of the back of the right leg. So keep drawing the toes towards you. Try to drag the heel back. Okay, use the belly, draw the belly in to extend the heart forward. Good. Once you've completed your rounds of breath, okay, lift your gaze, start to shift your weight forward so that your right foot plants. Lift the back knee, plant the hand, step back, down dog. Let's do the other side. So left heel raises and extends. Step the foot in between your hands. Okay. Once it's there, back knee comes down. Good. Beautiful. And then make sure that you're on the top of the knee. Okay. Back toes can be tucked under or tops of the foot down, whatever feels good to you. Okay. Squeeze the knees towards one another. Belly draws in, heart extends forward. Draw the upper arm bones back and hover the fingertips. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Breathe. Stay with the breath. Just notice the sensations. Maybe play with lifting the front toes. Good. On your next exhale, release the hands to the mat. Good. And then as you inhale, begin to shift the hips back. Good. Use your exhale to flex and draw the toes towards you. Walk the hands with you. Once you're in your sweet spot, okay, keep drawing the left toes towards you. Okay. And then try to drag the heel back. Right? This will plug that left hip back. Good. All right, and then let's use the breath. Use an inhale, come onto your fingertips, extend the heart forward. Use your exhale, bend the elbows and fold, and then do that again. Use your inhale to find that length, and then find softness in the exhale, and then one more round like that. And then we stay in the fold, okay? Stay with the breath, all right? Okay, find little gifts in your body that you can use the breath, okay, to wrap around like a little ribbon. Good. Okay. Notice whatever sensations are there. Good. Okay. Then as you move into your last round of breath, okay, start to lift the gaze, shift your hips forward, plant the front foot, let the hands walk with you, tuck the back toes under, back knee lifts, and come back, downward dog. Take a moment, you can pedal that out. Good. Okay. On your next inhale, shift your heart forward and come into plank. Okay. And then as you exhale, press into the palms around the spine and go back to downward dog. Good. Let's do that 4 more times. So inhale, shift forward, and then round the spine to go back. Good. Continue to move. Okay. Good. Flowing through these plank rolls. Good. Okay. Make sure your breath is in line with the movement. Okay, once you've completed, stay in downward dog. Good. Okay, on your next inhale, right foot to the ceiling, and then step the foot in between the hands. Good. Okay. Now this time, keep the back knee lifted. All right. Squeeze the feet towards one another. Back inner thigh lifts. Okay. Draw the upper arm bones back, heart extends forward, and then hover the fingertips. Hover. Okay, so it's like you're just lightly tickling the mat, and notice. Okay, beautiful. Don't forget to breathe here. Keep drawing the upper arm bones back, heart extends forward. Okay, back inner thigh lifts, back heel lifts. Good. On your next exhale, plant the hands, okay, and then step back, downward dog. Let's do the other side. Left heel, lift and raise. Step the foot in between your hands. Back heel stays lifted. Squeeze the feet. As soon as that foot plants, squeeze the feet. Back inner thigh lifts, okay. Draw the upper arm bones back, and then come onto your fingertips. Good. Okay. Use your belly to support you as well. Draw the belly in. Draw the low ribs towards your midline. Good. And breathe. Okay. And really try to get as close as you can to the ground without actually touching. Excuse me. And then see what that kind of brings up. Good. And then release the hands, step back, downward dog. Good. Okay. On your next inhale, float the right foot to the ceiling. Okay. And then exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Good. Stay here. Once again, squeeze the feet towards one another. Take your left hand out to the side, maybe a half or full handprint. Okay. And then fingertips to the ground. Press the mat away from you and float. Okay. Float the right hand to the ceiling. Good. Okay. I want you to think of finding as much space as you can. Reach the top fingertips away from that bottom hand. Bottom hand presses the mat away as you reach the top hand. Good. Keep the back heel lifted, back inner thigh lifted. Keep hugging the feet towards the midline. Beautiful. Turn the top palm forward, release the hand down, step back, downward dog. Let's do the other side. Left heel floats, step the foot in between the hands. Good. Squeeze the feet, okay? And then take the right hand out to the side. Good. Press the ground away from you and float left hand to the ceiling. So same thing, find space, okay, in through that whole front body. Good. Use the support of the legs, activate them to support this movement and to support the opening. So squeeze the feet towards one another. Back inner thigh lifts, belly draws in, okay, breathe. Good. Begin to turn the top palm forward, sweep it around, release the hands, step back, downward dog. Lovely. Okay. Inhale. Right heel to the ceiling. Step the foot in between the hands. Squeeze the feet. Take the hand out to the side, and then float. Float. Okay. Now, I want you to other side, babe. Yep. Jody? No, you're good. You're good. I'm talking to Jody. Other side, Jody? Yep. Good. Okay. So come onto the fingertips. Make sure that you're not pressing and white knuckling here. Okay. Squeeze the feet. Use that activation. Okay. And then hover the fingertips off the ground. Hover, hover, hover. Beautiful. Okay. Keep hovering. Keep hovering. And then I'm above you, all right? I'm grabbing a hold of your hand, and I'm gonna draw you all the way up so that you're open to the exit door. Beautiful. Once you're here, think of reaching the hands away from one another. Draw the belly in, lift the heart. Okay, notice your breath. Okay. Keep squeezing the feet towards one another. Now, we're gonna lead from the front hand, all right? I want you to start to reach forward, reach forward, reach forward until you touch lightly all the way down. Come onto the fingertips and then open into your lunge. Good. Turn the top palm forward, sweep the hand down, release it, and then step back, downward dog. Other side. Okay. So left foot extends, step the foot in between the hands. Good. Squeeze the feet, set the foundation, and then take the right hand out to the side. Come onto the fingertips, press the mat away from you, float left hand to ceiling. Good. Okay. So find that stability, find that strength in the low body. Use your belly to help you, and then start to float and hover the fingers. Okay. Notice the shaking, notice any sensations, notice if you're holding your breath, remember to breathe. You've got this. All right, now reach, 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 grab a hold and come on up. Good, open towards the mirror. Once you're there, reach the fingers away from one another. Really activate, okay? Use the strength in the arms to help this posture as well. Lift the heart, draw the belly in. Back inner thigh lifts, back heel is lifted. Good. Right. So we're going to lead and come out with the front hand. So start to reach it forward, turn the palm down, lightly touch the fingertips down, and then open back into your lunge. Good. Take an inhale here, reach the hand up to the ceiling, turn the palm forward, exhale, hand to the mat, step back, down dog. Good job. All right, we good? I'll take that as a yes. Okay. All right. Inhale, right heel to ceiling. Step the foot in between the hands. Okay, so same thing. Left hand out to the side, right hand to the ceiling. Come into your lunge. Your open lunge, good, okay. Use your breath, start to hover, 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 and then grab a hold of that hand, come up, come up, come up. Beautiful, okay. Reset the legs, make sure that they're nice and strong, good. Reach the fingers away from one another. We're going to lead from the back arm. We're going to lead from the back arm. You're going to sweep it down and around, and then both fingertips to the ceiling, coming into full high lunge. Beautiful. Okay. Once you're there, foundation, revisit. Front hip back, back hip forward, belly draws in, heart lifts, good. Maybe even gently lean back into this posture, good. Okay. Take a nice deep inhale here, reach the fingers up to the ceiling, exhale, palms forward, hands to the mat, step back, down dog. Right to the other side, left heel raises. Step the foot. Beautiful, okay. Find that open lunge, so right hand out to the side, okay. Light on the fingertips, use the legs, good. And then grab a hold of that hand, reach up, come on up. Spread the fingers, good. Okay, use the legs to support the movement. Now lead from the back hand, sweep it down and around until you come into your high lunge. Once you're there, okay, back heel lifts, front hip back, back hip forward, belly draws in, low ribs hug towards midline, heart is lifted. Okay, and I want you to think of like your fingers are the ribbons wrapping the gift, and you're like extending that gift, okay, out into the room. Use your breath to help you. Let the breath be full. Okay. Take an inhale here, reach and extend, exhale, palms forward, hands to the mat, step back, down dog. How are we doing? Good, okay, awesome. We like that. Okay. All right, so inhale. Step or lift, extend the right heel to the ceiling. Use your exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Okay. Once again, come into your open lunge. Okay. Set your foundation of your feet. Start to rise up. Good. Once you're up, sweep the back hand around. Come into your high lunge. Beautiful. Now stay with the left hand reaching up towards the ceiling. Turn the right palm out. Okay. Sweep it behind you. Bend the elbow, and then bring the back of the hand and fingers, okay, to the sides of the waist or low back, whatever you reach. Once you have that, press with the back of the hand into that space that it's touching. Good. Now take the left upper arm bone and rib cage back. Good, and breathe. Reach the fingers up, 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 up. Good. Okay. Now turn. Stay with the bind. Turn the top palm forward. Okay. You're going to start to reach, 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 reach until you touch down. Okay. Come on to the fingertips, and then use the elbow drop behind you. Beautiful. Keep pressing back of the hand into whatever it's touching. On your next inhale, float and release the bind. Extend the right hand to the ceiling. Turn the palm forward. Exhale, hands down. Step back, down dog. Okay, beautiful. Other side. Left heel floats. Step the foot. Squeeze the feet. Okay, find the foundation. Come light on the right fingertips. Open up, and then start to come all the way up. Once you're up, sweep the back hand forward and up. Beautiful. Okay, now this time, keep the right hand reaching. Turn the left palm out. Float it behind you. Bend the elbow, and then find your bind. Good. Once you have that bind, press into whatever's touching. Good. And then take right upper arm bone, right rib cage back. Good, beautiful. Keep squeezing the feet towards one another. Keep lifting the back inner thigh. Reach, reach, reach up through the right fingertips. Good. Now turn the palm forward and then start to reach it, reach it, reach it, and then touch it down. Good. Come on to the fingertips and stay with the bind. Draw the elbow behind you. Good, to open up. Notice, okay, and breathe. Good. All right, use your inhale to release the bind, float the left hand to the ceiling. Use your exhale to release, palm forward, hands to the mat, step back, down dog. Oh. Good. Yes, we're going to put all that together, all right, and flow and see what happens, okay? So take your time with it. I'm going to talk you through it and then allow you to just go at your own pace, all right? Okay, so inhale, float the right heel to the ceiling. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Inhale, press into the mat, open the right palm up to the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze the feet towards one another. Okay, now inhale, rise up. Good. Exhale, sweep the back hand around. Inhale, take the fingertips to the ceiling. Good. Now come into your bind. So turn. Right hand out, yes, sweep it around. Okay, find the bind, reach the fingers up, use an inhale to extend, and then use an exhale, reach, touch down. Okay, draw the elbow behind you, inhale, open it up, release your bind, and then use your exhale, hands to the mat, step back, down dog, other side. Left foot reaches, step the foot, squeeze, find your open lunge. Once you're there, rise up. Sweep the back hand down and forward, okay? And then go for your bind. So sweep the left hand around, right fingertips up. Turn the palm forward, reach, 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 touch down. Okay, open it up, release your bind, float the left hand to the ceiling, sweep it around, release, and step back, downward dog. Again, other side. Okay, so continue to flow through at your own pace. All right, you figure out what that pace is. So we come into the open lunge, and then we grab a hold of that hand to lift up. Good. Then we sweep the back hand, we come into the high lunge, we find the bind. Good. We press and reach, and then reach forward to touch down. Draw the elbow behind, open up the bind, and then release the hand to the mat. And we go to downward dog, and we do the other side. Okay? Keep moving. All right, try to find the breath, kind of explore the breath with the movement. So use your inhales to kind of expand and rise, right? Use the exhales to find places to settle. Okay, take your time with it. All right, keep moving with the breath. Good. And open up, good. Release down, it's okay. That's all right, just keep moving. If you forget a spot, that's okay. So left leg or right leg, keep moving. We've got one more each side, okay? So we come into the open lunge, we come on up, and then we come to regular lunge, and then we find the bind. Once we have the bind, we reach and touch down, we open it up, we release the bind, and then we release the hand to the mat, we step back, we do the same on the other side. So last time through. Good. Okay, beautiful. Think of every movement, okay? Every breath. All right, the ability to be present, all right? The ability to be in this moment, all right? And the ability to give your body the little gift, whatever that gift may be for you. Good. Once you've completed that last round, okay, stay in downward dog. Let yourself settle. Okay, notice the breath. Notice whatever you're experiencing. Beautiful. Okay, let's continue to move. So bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Okay. Squeeze the inner heels, inner shins, inner knees and thighs towards one another. Shift your weight forward. Good. And then bring that left hand a little bit in front of the shoulder, like half a handprint in front of the shoulder. Start to revolve to the outside edge of the left foot, and then float the right hand to the ceiling. Good. Squeeze the legs towards one another. Lift from the bottom, hip up towards the ceiling. Now, turn the thumb behind you so the palm is open to the back. Bend the elbow, and then find the bind. Okay. Now, once you have that bind, use it to try to lift yourself up. Beautiful. And breathe. Okay, take one more breath here. Okay, shaking is good. We like shaking. And then use an inhale, release the bind, float the hand, turn the palm forward, exhale, release out, come back to your downward dog. Let that go. Okay, let's do the other side. So reset your feet, okay? Shift your heart forward. Take the right hand a little bit in front. Squeeze the feet towards one another. Squeeze the inner thighs and come onto your side plank. Once you're there, turn the top palm, turn the thumb behind you. Okay, start to bend the elbow behind you, find your bind, and then use the bind. Try to lift the sides of the waist, lift the hips up, press the mat away from you. Activate the hands, so claw at the finger pads. Good. And breathe here, take one more breath. And then inhale, float the hand, release the bind, turn the palm forward, exhale, release out, down dog. Beautiful, ladies. Okay, inhale, float the right heel to the ceiling. Let's keep moving. Step the foot in between your hands. Now revolve the back heel down, and then rise up, warrior two. So arms extend away from you, parallel to the ground. Bend into the front knee, good. And then press into the outer edge of the back foot, okay? Take the inner thigh behind you. Okay. And try to deepen by lowering through the front sit bone. Good. Belly draws in. All right. Now, stay with the front hand where it is. Okay. Back palm, I want you to turn the thumb down. Bend the elbow and then find your bind. Good. Okay. Once you have that, once again, press, 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 press. Okay. You can either hold on or try to reach for the front thigh. Good. Try to bend a little bit deeper into the front leg and just notice. Good. And breathe. Okay. On your next inhale, release the bind. And then exhale, windmill the hands to the mat, lift the back heel, step back, down dog, right to the other side. Left heel floats. Step the foot, revolve the back heel down. You can probably come to the front now. And then rise up, okay? Fingers and arms reach away from your center. Heart is open towards the door. Good. Press into the outer edge of the back foot, okay? Inner thigh reaches behind you as you settle into the front knee and lower through the sit bone. Belly draws in and up. Now let's find the bind. Back hand, turn the thumb down. Start to bend the elbow. Find your bind, okay? So use this press, okay? This pressing takes the elbow away from you, starts to open the shoulder head up, okay? Any tension, all right, in that space, you may experience kind of a little conversation. Good, and breathe, okay? Maybe try to settle a little deeper into the front sit bone. Good. On your next inhale, release your bind. Use your exhale to bring the hands to the mat, back heel lifts, and step back, down dog. Okay, inhale, float the right foot to the ceiling. Exhale, step the foot. Okay, revolve the back heel down, rise up, come into your warrior two. Okay, once you're there, turn the back palm down. Okay, find your bind, bend the elbow. Good. Okay, stay with the bind. Now flip the front palm and reach the fingertips to the ceiling. Good. Okay, so I want you to think of extending and reaching up out of the pelvis. Use that hand to help you, but still settle into that front thigh. So lower through the sit bone. Okay, knee bends. Beautiful. Okay. All right, take one more breath here. And then use your inhale, come back to your warrior two, release your bind. Exhale, windmill the hands, back heel lifts, step back, down dog. Other side. Okay, so lift, step, okay, rise up. All right, good. Once you settle, find your bind. Okay, so solid through the foundation. All right, and then once you have your bind, flip the front palm, and then reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. Okay, So be really conscious of fingertips reach up, but we're still settling into the front sit bone. Knee presses away from the fingertips. Fingertips press away from the knee. And then track, okay? I'm noticing some kind of dropping towards the midline. So try to track the inner knee, okay, towards the baby toe side. Good. Take one more breath here. Use your inhale, unravel, come back to warrior two, and then use your exhale, hands to the mat, back heel lift, step back, down dog. Okay, good. All right. Inhale, float the right foot to the ceiling, step the foot in between the hands. Rise up into your warrior two, back heel revolves down, open it up, turn the palm, find your bind. Okay, once you have your bind, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Okay. All right. From here, okay, I suggest maybe bringing your gaze neutral if you're looking up, okay? Really stay solid with the bind, all right, so keep pressing it. Now, start to lift the back heel and turn the heart and chest towards the front of the room. Good, and breathe here. Now take the arm back, 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 back. Good. Now begin to release your bind, float both hands to the ceiling, turn the palm forward, and release your hands down. Step back, downward dog. Last time, other side. So float the left heel, step the foot in between your hands, revolve the back heel down, come up into your warrior two. Good. Find your bind, so turn the palm out. Okay, bend the elbow. Good. Flip the front palm, reach the fingertips. Beautiful. Okay, so pay attention to your gaze so that you're not gazing up. Start to lift the back heel as you start to turn your chest towards the front of the room. Once you're there, reach, 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 and then release the bind. Both fingertips reach. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then turn the palms. Use your exhale, release out, downward dog. Beautiful work. Take a breath. Okay. All right. Now let's step the right foot halfway up the mat, just halfway. Okay, come onto your fingertips. All right, so I'm light on my fingertips. Keep a bend in the front, in the right leg. Start to shift your weight forward. Okay, and then bring the right hand maybe half a handprint in front of where it was just sitting. Okay, come onto the fingertips of that hand to lift the left hand away. Start to revolve the bottom hip under, and then bring the left hand to your waist. Good, so we're coming into half moon. Soon as you're up, flex the top foot. Okay, press the heel away from you, lift from the inner thigh, and once again, draw the bottom hip under. Soft bend in that supporting leg. Good. Now float the top hand to the ceiling. Okay, turn the thumb behind you, bend the elbow, and find your bind here. Okay, now use the bind, press. Try to draw the elbow behind you, extend the heart forward, belly draws in. Gaze is where you can feel steady. Okay, come back to the breath. Be super present in the breath. Good. Use an inhale, release your bind. Turn the top palm forward. Exhale, float the hand back. Now shift your weight back to lightly touch the top foot down, and then come back to downward dog. Okay, other side. So step halfway up. Okay, so just halfway, and then start to come onto the fingertips. Okay, shift your weight forward. Okay, reset the left hand so that it's about half a handprint in front. Okay, start to lift the back foot off the mat and draw the bottom hip under. Bring the right hand to your waist. Good. Okay, once your back foot is lifted, flex the foot. Press the heel away from you. Lift from the inner thigh. Okay, once you feel stable, all right, then start to float the hand up to the ceiling. Good. Turn the thumb behind you, bend the elbow, find your bind. Okay, keep that soft bend in the supporting leg. Keep drawing the bottom hip under. Lift the inner thigh. Think of pressing the heel away from the front body. Front body, the heart extends away from the heel. Good. Okay, try to be light on the fingertips too that are touching the ground. Take one more breath here. Maybe try to lift from the back inner thigh a little bit more. And then use your inhale, release and open up. Use your exhale, turn the palm forward, float the hand down. Shift the weight back to lightly touch the back foot down, and then downward dog. Come back to your breath. How are we doing? Good? Okay. Come back to your breath here. All right. Okay. So let's walk about halfway up the mat with your feet, and then bring your hands to meet your feet. Come into a forward fold. Okay, stay here for a moment. Let yourself hang and settle. Good. Beautiful. Maybe take ragdoll, opposite elbows. Okay, beautiful. And then whatever, if you have a bind, if you've taken ragdoll, take the opposite bind just for a moment to even things out. Good. Okay. And then release the fingertips to the ground. Good. Okay. Now from here, use your fingertips to support. Inhale, come into a half lift, extend the heart forward, and then lift the heels, begin to bend the knees. So we're coming into a little toe squat here. Good. All right. Once you're here, bring your hands to your thighs, all right? And then use that to gently bring your chest away from the tops of your thighs. Good. Okay. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. You can keep your hands at your thighs and gently slide the muscle forward, which will actually help you lengthen through your spine. Good. Either stay here with your hands or bring your hands to your heart. Okay. And breathe. Good. Just notice. Good. Okay, take one more round of breath here. And then you can begin to release your hands, okay? So to shift your heart forward, plant your fingers, okay, open the knees, good. And then snuggle the upper arms to the inside of the knees, okay, good. And then you can use that gently, kind of press them open. Let the weight settle in your heels, and then let your head release down to the ground. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, and so we want to not stay up on the toes, okay, and the balls of the toes. Let the heels get heavy. For some people, they'll touch the heels all the way down. Just depends on what's going on with you. Okay, the heels touch as well. Good. Let your chest and head and forearms and upper arm bones release. Bring that softness in through the back of the neck, the back of the heart. Good. Okay. Now inhale, come into a semi-half lift here with the heart. Now take your right hand, okay, and you're going to reach it out to the side, okay? So the upper arm still touches whatever it's touching, okay, and maybe it's the elbow. I want you to press and resist. Okay, come onto the fingers, press the ground away from you and float the left hand up. Okay. Keep your gaze down, put a soft bend in the elbow, and then try to draw the elbow behind you. Okay, so don't focus so much on getting into a twist here. Okay, let the elbow kind of guide the movement, but keep your gaze down. Good. Okay. And then release that, do the other side. So snuggle. Okay, once you have that, open. Okay, use the elbow, drop behind you, gaze stays down. It's like my heart is still kind of facing down towards the ground. Good. And then gently release, okay? So to get yourself out of the way, to start to draw the inner thighs towards one another, bring the hands behind you. Let yourself sit. Everyone's like, oh, it's over. Okay, take a moment here. All right. You can use the hands for support. Start to snuggle the feet farther in front of you, and then just gently let the knees fall side to side. Good. Okay, you can kind of wiggle the feet and begin to open up the feet a little bit more as well. Just explore any kind of movement. Oh, that was me. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to turn them down. Yeah. They're a little chilly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now come back to center. Okay. You can heel toe the feet back in. All right. Now extend the right heel out. Okay. And then take the left heel and place it just above your knee. Flex the left foot. Take a moment. Find your sit bones. Good. Okay. Once you have that, use your fingertips beside you, press into the mat, lift the heart, and then begin to walk your hands forward. Okay. Lead from the heart, extend the heart forward and fold. Okay. Once you've found the space, okay, that you settle into, start to open through the back of the neck. Beautiful. Let the breath fill the back body. Take one more breath here. And then on your next inhale, start to lift the gaze. And then use the exhale to walk the hands back. Now keep the cross. Use the hands behind you for support. You're going to slide the heel towards you, okay? Once you have the sole of the foot down, then you can move from the hips to move yourself closer. Good, okay? Flex the left foot, all right? And then lift up out of the pelvis. So lift the heart and try to bring the heart closer to your shin, right? But your knee kind of plays hard to get and moves away from you. Good. Okay. Once you have that, then draw the left hip down towards the ground. Good. Okay. And then just notice, breathe. Beautiful. Okay. You can use your breath, okay, to kind of explore movement. So you would inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, try to move a little bit closer. Okay, 2 more rounds of breath here. Good. Okay. And then begin to soften through the upper back. You can snuggle the front foot away from you. Now take the left hand to the outside of the left foot, okay? And then start to extend the foot away from you. Good. Okay. Now right hand, all right, gently place it on your knee. Okay. Lift the heart, lift up out of the pelvis. I want you to think of pressing the heel away from you, but plug upper arm bone back. So heel moves away, upper arm bone draws back. Good. And once again, breathe here. So we're gently kind of resetting the thigh bone back into its socket. Okay. If you feel any kind of conversation going on in the back of your leg, okay, just have that conversation be filled with compassion. All right, beautiful. Okay, notice if you're using this right hand to kind of keep you upright, okay? Try to use the muscles that support the spine. Okay, and then just gently open up maybe 3-4 inches. Good. And same thing here, we're pressing the heel away as we plug the upper arm bone back into its socket. Good. And then bring that foot back to center, okay? Now go with me, start to reach it forward until you gently place it down. Release the bind. Now take the right heel. See what I just did there? We're going to teach you all of that, okay? So cross, all right? If you need something to support, place it in the insertion, okay? Make sure this foot is flexed and your left foot is flexed, okay? Use your fingertips, lift up out of the pelvis, lead from the heart, and extend forward. Okay, it's a different experience if we just round forward, okay? So lead from the heart, all right. Okay, I didn't cue this on the other side because I was, I turned that fan up. I'll turn it off. Sorry about that. Okay, so another thing that you can do, all right, if you have the reach, you can kind of snuggle, okay, the foot around the back of the arm, okay? Once you have that, you want to kind of press and resist. So it's like you're trying to draw yourself forward with that connection, okay, back of the arms to the shins and upper foot. Okay, if you notice that you're kind of lifting that outer knee, draw the inner knee down. Good. Okay, one more round of breath here. And start to lift the gaze. Bring the hands beside or behind your hips. Start to drag the heel to place the left foot flat to the mat, and then shift yourself forward with your hips. Okay, good. Once you're here, all right, flex the top foot, okay? Lift up out of the pelvis and then lead from the heart. Try to bring the heart towards your shin. The knee plays hard to get and moves away from you. Good. Once you have all that, draw that same hip down to the ground. Okay. And use your breath. Okay, settle back into your breath. Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay, good. All right, begin to soften through the upper body and snuggle the left foot away to give yourself space, and then right hand to the outside of the foot. Extend the heel away from you, okay? Find that length in the spine, so lift the heart. Heel presses away as upper arm bones draws back. Good. Okay, hand rests. Opposite hand rests. Good. And breathe. Let the gaze be soft. And use your breath to stay present. All right, so you can inhale, try to press the heel away. Exhale, draw the upper arm bone back. Okay. Good. And then start to open the foot out to the side. Begin to bring the foot back to your midline. Okay, start to reach it forward until it gently touches down. Good. And then extend both heels away. Beautiful. Just let that shake out. Okay. All right. I'm just going to check the time. I think we're good. Yes, we are. Okay. Go ahead and bend the knees, okay? And then come onto your back. You might have to shift yourself down your mat. Beautiful. Once you're there, take a moment. You can extend the legs, reach the hands behind you. Okay, good. And then bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Take the feet wide. Good. Beautiful. Okay. Keep the feet wide, open the arms out to the side. Okay. Option to stay here with your hips, or lift them up and shift them to the left a couple inches, and then allow the knees to release to the right. Keep the feet wide. Nice. We're coming into, okay, a wide twist here. All right, so come back to center. Okay, bring your feet wide. Okay, you can shift over. Now keep your feet where they are and then go. Come here, you. There you go. Okay, same thing. Take your feet wide. Yes. And then have your knees go. There you go. Okay. All right. Now the top knee. Okay. I want you to mentally visit, okay, the top leg, the left knee, and think of trying to extend the knee away from you. All right. To try to find a bit more length, but it doesn't move. Okay. You're energetically trying to move the knee away from you. Now take your right hand, okay, to the outside of the side of the waist, your rib cage, and then just gently draw the skin from the spine. Okay, draw it, okay, towards your midline, just to get a little kind of self-adjustment here, a little self-stretch. Okay, you can travel up and down the side body. Good. Okay. And then you can extend both arms out to the side, settle. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to move them, or is he okay? It's okay. Okay. He looked at me like, don't move me. He gave me side eye. Now let's take one more deep round of breath here. Okay. And then begin to draw the knees back to center. Readjust, re-neutralize the spine. Take your time with this. Take a moment. And then let's do the other side. Okay. So we're going to shift the hips to the right now. Allow the knees to release to the left. Okay, arms can be open to the side. If you have a neighbor, just bend the elbows. All right, good. Okay, once you've settled, visit the right knee. Try to energetically extend the knee away from you. I just feel for whatever experience that brings. Let the right shoulder soften. Okay, and then if you did the self-adjustment on the other side, do that on this side. So left hand to the outside of the right rib cage, and then just gently start to draw the skin away from the spine. You can move up and down the side body. Okay. He's loving the braids. He's like fully in the, you want me to get him? You got him? Okay, good. Okay, after you've done the adjustment a couple times, you can once again extend the left arm out to the side. Let things be soft, let the gaze be soft, or eyes closed. Okay, settling back into kind of your breath, your body, this gift of movement. Okay. And then begin to bring the knees back to neutral. Take a moment here, and then neutralize your spine. Let the knees fall open and close. You can gently shift them side to side a few times, and then bring one knee to your chest, then the other knee. Give yourself a little hug. Okay. Then when you're there, open the knees, okay, to kind of kiss the outer ribs. Reach from the hands to the insides of the knees to hold on to the outsides of the feet. So the palms will face in, thumbs behind you. And then once you have that gentle, happy baby, all right, so let the knees and thigh bones kind of release towards the mat. You can rock side to side. You do whatever feels good to you. Okay, so turn the palms in and then hold to the outside of the feet. There you go. Okay, this will allow then the shoulders to release down. Mm-hmm. Okay, let the sacrum neutralize. Maybe extend one heel away from you and then the other. Just exploring any kind of movement, or stay in stillness, whatever feels good to you. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. As you move through your last round of breath, you can begin to release the bind. Okay. Hug the knees to the chest. Okay, good. Give yourself one last little sweet hug here. And then find your way into your Shavasana. Okay, feel free to use a blanket, okay, or a pillow underneath your head, blanket over your body. And let yourself settle. use this time to let all of this movement settle back into your body. you bring your focus and awareness back to your breath. And just simply following the path, the breath as it enters your body and as it exits your body. And then use the breath to start to invite movement back into the limbs. And move through the feet, the toes, the ankles. Let that movement gradually grow up the body into the arms, the hands, the fingers and wrists. And if it calls to you, you can reach the arms behind you, starting to draw the inner knees, inner shins, inner thighs towards one another. Taking a nice supine stretch here. Begin to draw one knee to your chest and then the other. And bring yourself onto your right side. Let yourself settle. Taking a moment to revisit any intention if you set one. And as we begin to move into our day, okay, move into exchanging energy with each other, okay, let this movement that you explored, let this energy that you explored this morning help support the energy you exchanged today. Using your top arm as support, begin to bring yourself up and find your seat. And either keep the gaze soft or the eyes closed. And then once you're there, just let your hands rest wherever feels natural. Let yourself settle into your seat. Even get a little kind of soft through the spine. Just let things be heavy for a moment. Come back to your breath, the gift of your body, the gift of this movement. Use your breath to start to lift the heart, to find length in the spine, almost like you're opening the gift. And then bring both palms together in front of the heart. Sealing in this energy, sealing in this gift. So that it becomes a part of you as you move throughout the rest of your day. Gently start to blink open your eyes. Thank you all so much. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, how's everyone feeling? Okay. 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 So break time. Okay. You can come back for, do you need 45 minutes or is half an hour okay? Half an hour is okay? Okay, so make your way back for 11-ish. Okay. Okay, thank you. you walked over it. It's okay. You're good. You walked over it. Yeah. Oops, sorry.